Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in today's video. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you the Minecraft Studio Flower of the Month, which is our beautiful poppy. Now this particular image is absolutely exquisite and you'll see this in SVG form, in die format and of course in digital downloadable content for your Minecraft Studio software as well. So in today's video I'm going to share with you something a little bit different. I'm going to utilise what the graphics program has to offer in terms of card making, layering, backing papers, and almost how you can cheat the system a little bit and work to its strengths to create something absolutely beautiful. And of course, you can bring in your own imagery to complement this as well, but it's the most amazing download that you can get. And of course, the link will be in the description of the video as well, so you can head straight over to the Highlight Crafts website, download this. As you're watching the video, during the video, you can craft along at the same time, but it will be there for you. And of course, then you can actually have a look and explore what other downloadable content there is to go with it to actually complement all of those designs. So to start with, I'm just going to share with you exactly what you're going to get in this download, and then we'll start playing with it. So what I'm going to do first is just share with you, in your scene building, you have got the fabulous poppy in an array of colorways, really vibrant rainbow pops of color here. And of course, you've got the builder bouquet, so you can build up your own bouquet of poppies. You can use them in different formations and compositions, and then also you can see here you're over the edge. All of that colorway is just exquisite. I really like this sort of vintage ashy rose peach color as well. I think that would look lovely for maybe your home decor projects, maybe onto rice paper, those sort of things. With that one would work really well. I'm just going to take these off our page now to share with you. Again, you're going to get your reflections. So in this one, all the different colorways to play with, and you've got all of that, which when printed actual size or 100%, depending on your print settings, it will then line up with your dies as well. So you've got all of that there to play with. And then of course your secondary index sheet showing with you all of those, and it has the bleed on as well, so you can line them up perfectly. And then I'm just going to take those off the page and then share with you the digi-stamps. Now, these are fabulous because when you look at a stamp and you think, how much would you be paying for a stamp? I mean, this really puts into perspective the true value for money of Minecraft Studio with its downloadable content. You've got all of these stamps on here, broken down from those images that you're getting with the coloured artwork. Printed this onto watercolour card or rice paper or any cardstock that you love to work with. You could sit and pencil, you use your pastels, your watercolours or inklers to really create a true masterpiece with something like this. So really, when you actually look at a downloadable content from Minecraft Studio, it kind of dips into every other genre of craft, because realistically, once you print this, you can tailor it to anything you want to create. So to start with, I'm actually going to use the over the edge poppy stamp and do something a bit different with Minecraft Studio. So I'm going to scale it down and I'm going to just duplicate it, just the one. So I'm going to copy and paste it so I know it's the exact same size. And then I'm going to flip it vertically. So I'm going to pop it next to one another. And then I'm also going to make the background of this completely transparent. So I'm going to go to our brushes, which just sits up here. And then selecting, it's currently on transparent, but you can select any of these, but selecting transparent and set will give me a completely transparent background. So what we can do now we've made our background completely transparent is we can group these together as one whole image. But as soon as we group, it takes away the advantage or the function of being able to tile, use your knife or crop, or use the scissors. And the reason for that is because you've grouped it. Now we get a lot of questions saying, well, how do I then manipulate an image once it's been grouped? And this is the way you can sort of cheat the system with Minecraft Studio and actually work to its strengths. So what I'm then going to do is actually save this formation here. I'm going to go to Save As, and I'm going to save it as a Pro Quality PNG file. And I'm going to name it, let's name it Demo Poppy 2. Okay, I'm saving this onto a USB drive I have in my computer. Save a lot of my projects on here. You can, of course, have one for your photographs, any documents, anything that you use, or you can just save it directly to your desktop. So I'm going to save that and select to open a new page. And I'm just going to take the grid and the ruler off of this one. And then going into that USB that we have saved, if I then actually open that file, you can then see it's grouped together. The functions have lit back up again, so we can still manipulate this file. But I'm going to just take away the overall size of what Minecraft Studio sees this image as. So using our digital punch, I'm going to grab a square and just pop that so it just sits ever so slightly over the edge of the artwork. There we go. Keep the inner which then means it's now taken those squares right to the edge. So now what we can do is create our own backing papers with this function of repetitive design. How amazing that is absolutely fabulous, because what that has then allowed you to do is create this image in many different ways because you've grouped it. So I'm scaling it down, and then I'm going to do a bit more tiling so we can have more repetitive pattern on here. I think I'm going to go a little bit wider with that one. There we go. Take the tile function off, and then you can see straight away you've got a repetitive pattern of your stamps. Now, of course, you could colour these in, do different alternate ways, but to do a completely separate pattern paper, let's go and grab a new page. And also some of the pattern papers that I'm going to be creating in this video, Amanda's going to be using in different formats as well, with her SVGs, etc. as well, so you can see then how they actually go into different formats. So if we take the over the edge poppy, here we go, and I'm going to pop that one just here, and then what I'm also going to do is copy and paste it. There we are. And then I'm going to take the next poppy and make it grayscale. So I'm going to take the saturation right down. So we've got a black and white poppy. Now I'm going to then group those and copy and paste. So I'm going to paste that, and then I'm going to do it one last time. So paste, there we go. And then I'm going to group all of those and copy and paste. So with this, now we're actually creating a repetitive pattern with an image that we've altered the colour of, and we've altered the scale but duplicated in symmetry. So you can see here as I'm lining these up together. So what I'm going to do is continue to duplicate these and just drag them down the page. Here we go. So I'm going to do a full A4 page of this. There we are. And then once I've got all of this in one place, I'm going to group all of it together. Here we go. And then we've got our full translucent backing paper. Now I want to do something a bit different with this. So let's go into our print, portrait and landscape. And I'm going to scale this down. Here we go. Like that. And I'm going to copy and paste the whole thing. So by copying this and pasting it, I'm going to bring it out again to make another one. There we go. And then I'm going to paste it another time. There we go, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom right out, and I'm going to actually group all of this then together. So grouping all of this makes one whole solid piece. There we go. But what I'm going to do is then actually crop a bit off by using one of those basic shapes. So let's get one of the squares, overlap the whole design. Here we go together. And I'm going to keep the inner. So now what we realistically have here is our full design, but it's translucent. So what I'm going to do is save this onto our PC. So let's go back into save as again. So we're saving our projects in processes. So I'm going to save it as a PNG file, and I'm going to call it backing paper 1. Okay, there we are. So I'm going to save it as backing paper 1. So I'm going to save that. And if we then just go to a new page on Minecraft Studio, again, I'm going to go portrait and landscape. So straight to print, go to landscape, and then if we go into our USB here, backing paper 1 now has an opaque design because we left it white this time, we didn't make it translucent. So what I'm going to do is then use that to our advantage. So the background itself, if we go into brushes, I'm going to go into the reds, and then if I select a deep tone of red, like a scarlet or burgundy, like this, I'm going to set that as our background. And then what we can do is then actually manipulate this so we can see exactly the size it needs to be. So if you go into your overlays, you've got card designs, everything. So I'm going to select an A5 landscape and select overlay. So now I can see exactly where I need to place all of my images, because then if we print this out and fold it in half, we have a card straight away. So I'm going to actually crop this down. Let's go into our crop function. Here we go. So I'm going to crop it right down just so it sits within that edge, because that there will be our print line. So I'm going to go right into that detail. So if we then score and fold this down here once it's printed, we've instantly got a card shape. But let's take it a little bit further. So I'm going to go into our basic shapes, and I'm going to select to use an oval. Let's have a look. So let's use a basic oval shape in here. So I'm just going to scroll through and find one. There we go. So we found our oval. And then I'm just going to actually make this the size I want it to be. So I'm going to take it so it's a little bit wider, and I'm going to sit it around about here. But before I actually crop this, I'm going to duplicate what we've just done. So that the poppy, that backing paper, we've now got 2 of it. So what we can do is I'm going to bleach this all the way out. So we're really sort of playing with the files now. I'm going to keep the outer of that, and then going to actually crop an oval from this one to keep the inner. And then if we make it slightly smaller, it will then sit with inside here, and we've created our own flush mats and layers. So you're not having to print multiple layers of cardstock. You've got all of those. And I'm just going to actually widen it just so it is the right size, so it sits within there nicely. And then going back to the collection itself of all of that downloadable content, I'm going to use that poppy, sit that here just in the center. There we go. And then if I just paste that one more time, I'm going to sit it this side and actually bleach that out. So I'm not using as much ink. I don't have to print all of that red space. I've still got a nice border there. And then I'm just going to delete that shape off. And if we go to our text, we can add in any sentiments we want to. So I'm going to just put in here, happy birthday. Of course, you can tailor it to whatever occasion you're making your cards for. There we go. So with that, I'm going to take the border ever so slightly down. Of course, you can change that. I'm going to take it right down. And then with the text itself, I want to centralize it. So using the functions across the top, we're going to sit it in the center. And then also, because that is now really the only deep, dark pigmented element on this card, it's very strong. So if we go into our brushes and use the picker, I'm just going to make it the same color as, there we go, same color as the poppy, enlarge it ever so slightly. So now it all matches together. And what we could do is actually enlarge this one so it is white the whole way around. So we're using even less of our ink because that's the back of the card. So theoretically now, when we take our overlay off, we remove it, we're left with a perfect card shape. And I can see my border is a little bit wider this side. So I'm just going to reverse that process. Here we are. I'm just going to widen that ever so slightly and then widen that section there of the oval. And then we've got our perfect card shape. Then once printed, you can see I've printed mine out here. It's just on my craft mat. And then all I've done with this is scored straight down the center as it's printed out, fold it in half, and you're left with a perfect card shape that you've utilized just one file from that whole download. And of course, with those backing papers, as we made the card, I then also still have the repetitive pattern we could use as an insert. So we've got that one there to play with. Then we also have our stamped image that we created a pattern with. And then I've also done it in a large design. So these could be folded in half for your inserts within your card. So there's so many different ways in which you can play with the downloadable content to create fabulous, really unique projects and cards. But I think making something like this, really playing to the strength of Minecraft Studio, cheating the system a little bit as well, gives you so much more to do and more projects to think of as well at the same time. So thank you ever so much for joining us for the Flower of the Month downloadable MCS, which is the poppy. It's a beautiful, beautiful collection, and the link will be in the description for the video as well. So you can head straight over to the Highlight Crafts website, download that there, and have fun. If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button, subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and click the bell icon to receive notification of all our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.